Hello, today's video is yet another haul video. I do like my haul videos, but the theme for today's haul video specifically is the Travelling Man winter sale. So for those who don't know, Travelling Man ran a winter sale in store where they had a bunch of stuff that was up to 75% off. I know. So it wasn't everything in store that was on sale, but they had like pulled out a bunch of stuff. There was RPG books, there were board games, other figures and stuff, but they also had manga and light novels in the sale. Pretty much all of them, all the manga and light novels were 50% off. There were a few stacks where it was £3 for a book instead, but most of it was 50% off. And I'm sure you're like, that's amazing. It gets better. For the last few days of their sale, I assume to just clear stock, they also were doing 3 for 2 on top of 50% off. Did I go crazy? Well, here's the proof. So I managed to get to 2 Travelling Man stores, the usual ones, Leeds and Manchester. I genuinely, if I had another week, I'd have probably gone to York and Newcastle as well. My only problem with the Leeds store was on that day we had trained in and Ben wouldn't let me buy everything I wanted because we had to carry it around town and then train back with it. He was like, no, it's too much. Even with the amount that I put back, it was still too much. Our arms were dead the next day. So there were definitely more volumes I could have picked up, but he wouldn't let me, even though some of them were light novels, so they'd be for him. Just saying, Ben. Yes, we have a lot of manga and light novels here. It's like, what is it, 69? So to be honest, I have gone through these and I have repacked them because I tried to group series together because there were some series I picked some up in Leeds and some up in Manchester, and also just so I can pull them out together. I did try to do it alphabetically, but oh my god, I struggled to pack these so hard. I was terrible at packing these. A massive shout out to the staff at both Travelling Man Leeds and Manchester. You were both all so lovely and amazing as I walked up to the counter with a horrific stack, particularly Manchester, where like I did not hold back because we were by car, and also I feel like the sale section in Manchester was ginormous. And you also had like new release stuff that I was hoping to just be able to pick up as is, and you had it on sale. I was in the middle of the store just like building this stack and people trying to look at the sale around me, and I felt so horrifically awkward and I kept trying to move out of the way, and then there was a couple of times where someone tried to start looking through my stack and it was like sidle up and sort of lean on it to lay claim, like, no, I'm just holding this to the side, don't touch this, it's mine. Yeah, Travelling Man, if you've still got sale stuff at the other stores that I've not managed to get to and you need to get rid of, do reach out because maybe I'll take it. Some of those light novels and leads I'm genuinely upset I didn't grab, but Ben made me put it back. I'll be honest, originally I wasn't going to do this as its own video, but someone in the Manchester store asked if I was going to, and I was like, no, I'm just going to probably do a February haul. And then I got home and I was like, actually no, this is a really good way to theme a haul, and I've bought enough to do its own video anyway, why not? But I have been dribbling on way too long. I'm going to move these off and I'm going to start looking at what I picked up. If I can remember, which one did I put the first beginning of the alphabet in? Oh my god, I was looking for my water. Just before I open the first bag, don't forget to give this video a like, comment and subscribe. So much manga content is coming your way. I am now planned up to the end of September. I have some great ideas planned, some cool things. Super excited. But it does mean videos are going to come like a month or 2 after I film them. Like, this is like beginning of March. I don't know when I'm going to post this yet. I can't remember. It is in my schedule. I'd have to check. Also check out the Travelling Man website down below and go to their stores if you're in the area. Hopefully not too loud. Can I peel it back? I'll peel it back. That's really weird. Okay, first we have got Beyond the Clouds 4. 50% off as part of the 3 for 2. So this is $10.99. So I was kind of making rough guesses that everything apart from like Viz and stuff was $11.99, and $11.99, 50% off of that is about £6. As part of a 3 for 2, £4. So assume most of these I paid on, if you average it out, about £4.50 a volume. I know, I know. But we have Beyond the Clouds, which is notoriously expensive in general. I'm surprised it is marked at $10.99 actually, because it's a bigger Kodansha. Bigger Kodanshas nowadays, I often see $12.99, $13.99, even $14.99. pain, literal pain. This series is gorgeous. It's so pretty. It releases a volume not very often though. I don't think I've read my volume 3. Void Volume 2, 1 and 2, very pretty. Gives me like Castle in the Sky vibes because it's about a girl who kind of falls from the sky into like a junk heap sort of deal. Yes, that's the first one. And next we have Traveling Man. I don't understand how you decide what you need to put in your sale, because sale is case closed, 85, 50% off, and this is a new release. I don't understand. Very grateful. I mean, I'm probably like the only person in the north of England who is collecting case closed. I imagine you get one volume in and I buy it, is my assumption on the series. Yeah, I need to start reading it. You know what? No, I don't think I'm going to start reading it this year. I do want to try and read JoJo and potentially Berserk, and I just want to try and slowly work my way through some of my longer series. Case Closed isn't high up the list yet. I am staying up to date collecting it though, because I mean, I feel like if I don't, I never will be able to find volumes, just because it's not a particularly popular series over here. Next we have 2 volumes of Cherry Magic, 30 Years of Virginity Can Make You a Wizard, 3 and 5. I was very excited to see these on sale because, again, very expensive series. I got the first one, I think, second-hand, and even second-hand was about £5, which means I got a second-hand copy for more than I got these 2. And they're so thin as well. They're painfully thin for how expensive they are. It is meant to be really, really good, but I'm gonna wait to get 2 and 4 now because, I mean, it's just... yeah. Oh, it looks clean. Oh, it's Square Enix. They do quite clean manga, that's probably why. Next we have another newish release, Do You Like Big Girls? 5, and I like the placement of the sticker over her face. That tickles me. I haven't started reading the series yet, but it is a newish release and I have been trying to stay up to date with it. I don't know anything about it. I assume it's degenerate. Sexual comedy. Cool. Dungeon of Black Company 7. I think, it is an isekai. This is a really weird one because I've been put off reading it because Ben read volume 1 and didn't enjoy it. And Ben is like as much, if not more, into isekai than I am. So when he was like, wasn't keen, I was like, oh no. But I've been finding volumes discounted. So I got the second volume in HMV for $4.99. So now I've got 7 cheap as well. I will read it because of course I will. It's an isekai. But like, I'm just nervous now because it's not often where he's like, no, I didn't get into it. It's like, what? Arrow Ninja Scrolls 4. Another degenerate plastic wrap series that is horrendously expensive for how thin it is. I mean, yeah, like they have it at $12.99, but I have seen it for $14.99 online, which is just really upsetting. I'm still missing volume 1. I've heard that even people who've enjoyed degenerate manga have said that this one is a little bit iffy, so nervous, very nervous, but plastic wrap go ship, so yeah. Also, it's a really pretty blue. That's a lovely shade of blue. Okay, this next volume I was so excited to see. It was the first one I grabbed in the sale section of Manchester. I properly dove in for it, and that is Free Life Fantasy Online Immortal Princess Volume 2. And the reason I was so excited was I had read Volume 1 literally 2 days before we went to Manchester, and I looked online for Volume 2 and it was like, yep, came out like today and that'll be $12.99. I was like, oh no, dang it. And then seeing it in German, 50% off, 3 for 2. So excited. It is a video game isekai game. It's a video game isekai, and I love those sort of things. There were stats and it's silly. I just really enjoyed it. It was like, well, I think it was an okay isekai, but I really enjoyed reading it, if that makes sense. I actually had this in my basket and then I started to tidy up, sort out for videos, so I had to pull it out. Otherwise I would have actually read this by now, because it wasn't actually, I don't think it's even been a week since we went to Manchester. Usually it takes me a lot longer to film these whole videos, but I'm getting on top of things, so I'm not ready yet. But that is going straight back in my basket after this. Next we have a tranche of a series. We have Gabriel Dropout 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and with these volumes I actually have a clear run and I think I might be up to date. Now besides volume, actually no, I was going to say besides volume 1, I've bought them all at least half price, but actually I think I've bought them all half price, because I mean, have you seen how thin they are? These are priced at $9.99, which is the correct price that a thin yen press should be priced at, whereas I think sometimes I see them for $11.99, or I think I have seen 1 or 2 now for $12.99. Nope. £9.99, however, as part of a 3 for 2 will be about £6, which is still a bit too much for me with how thin these are. And I read volume 1 and I went through it really quickly. It's like a light-hearted slice of life silly thing. But yeah, so these were 50% off and then 3 for 2 on top of that. Yeah. Which I think is like, so for £6, wait, half of the 5, £2.50? £2.50, £3-ish? Yeah. Yeah. Also really like how rainbow the spines are. I'm so excited to get these on my shelf, see all the rainbows together. Next we have another series that I struggled to track down, and that is Go with the Clouds North by Northwest 3. I do only have volume 1 and 3. I think 5 came out not too-ish long ago, it was in within last year, but I don't think it releases volumes all that often. Lots of people really enjoy it. I enjoyed volume 1. It's just an expensive / hard to come by series from my experience. It's vertical and it's matte. I don't know what else. I don't know if I have anything else to say except very happy to get it for this price. I just need to track down more. Final series and volumes in this bag is Hatsuharu 4 and 10. They actually had quite a lot of Hatsuharu. I don't know, I've seen it popping up on sale in quite a few places the past like couple of months or so. So I've been getting a lot of the series that I've needed at half price. I think I'm only missing 1, maybe 2 volumes before I'm complete now. I can at least read a little further because I've got 4. However, I think one of the volumes I'm missing is 5, so I can't get that far. I think definitely it's been a romance I've enjoyed because it's one of the few I feel like where I've read it more from the dude's perspective. You do see stuff, well, so far from what I've read from the girl's perspective, but like it felt like the main kind of character lead is the guy. It was kind of refreshing, I guess. I think this is the next bag. I have packed these so terribly, and it might not all be alphabetical nowadays. Okay, right, so I've got a pile to pull out. Okay, so we have got a whole good stack of Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? So we have, I think they're all spin-offs. We have some Sword Ratio, we have Days of Goddess, and we have Familiar Chronicles episode Lu? Let me, actually they're all muddled up, let me sort them. So we've got Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon Odd Days of Goddess, which I think is like, I think there's a even days and odd days. Yeah, because I've got one, it's got Hester as the main, so this is another one. And that one was £3. That was a flat £3. Then we have Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon Familiar Chronicle episode, is it Lu? Is that how you pronounce it? 3 and 5. And they were both 50% off and 3 for 2. And then we have Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon Sword Oratoria 7 to 12 and 14. And this was a mix of 50% off and just flat £3. I can't believe how long this series is running. It's running longer than the main series manga did, which really tickles me. I've been umming about picking this spin-off up for like years, because I've had Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon in my collection for like 6-7 years now, and I just like, when it ended at 10 very abruptly, I was like, maybe I'll start picking up the spin-off, and then I didn't really commit. And then seeing it on sale recently, I picked up a few secondhand volumes and this big fat stack. Yeah, I've committed now. Just need all like the early volumes. I'm missing like volume 1. Okay, we've also got I've Become an Omega Today, and I believe, is this a one-shot? It might be a one-shot. I don't really know much about it. I know Tiffany picked it up, and I've started reading more Omega stuff recently. I kind of grabbed it blindly because it was such a good deal, I'll be honest, and normally I see it really expensive. This was $11.99, so about £4 was what I paid, and I often see it for like $13.99. Next we have another very excited to see, Kakegurui Twins 7. So yeah, Kakegurui is a series that I do see now for like $14.99, and it is pain, so much pain to see that. I'm missing so many Kakegurui Twin. I really would love to read it. I love the main series a lot. I really want to read this, just I don't want to pay crazy prices. I don't want to pay more than £9 a volume, which is like the cheapest I've been able to see it. Final series in this bag is My Youth Romantic Comedy Is Wrong As Expected at Comic, and we've got 5, 9, 12 and 13. Can we just appreciate the lovely colours on those spines? I adore the spine on 5 and 9. They're like my favourite colours. I've been picking this series up for so long now, but just like secondhand or half price, I have such random volumes. There were more of these in Leeds, but they were some of the ones that Ben made me put back because I had too many, which is a bit sad because I was really excited to get a big bunch of this, so I just stuck to picking up the ones with the pretty coloured spines. No shame. I think we're on this bag next, which they're all atrociously packed, and I think we lose alphabeticalness after this. Okay, we have Lost Lad London 1, again, 50% off, 3 for 2. I've seen this in a lot of people's collections, but I've not really seen people talk about it too much. Is that a good or a bad thing? I don't know. Interested to try it, especially discounted. It's an interesting art style. Next we have Peach Boy Riverside 9. Again, this is a series I think I've pretty much only been collecting it for like $5.99 or cheaper, because Blackwell's often discounts these volumes quite a bunch. I don't know why. I haven't started reading it yet. Really should do. Though I am now missing a volume. I think I don't have volume 8. I'm sure I can find that on sale somewhere too. Next we have 2 volumes of Raw Hero. We have 2 and 6. Again, another series that I don't see pop up too often, even less so on sale. It is a plastic wrapped. I believe it's the manga artist as Prison School. It is only 6 volumes as well. I have 1 and 5 and now 2 and 6, so I just need 3 and 4 and then I'll be complete. I have read volume 1, but I regret reading it now because I don't remember too much about it because it was years ago. I'd have rather waited if I'd realised it was only 6 volumes at the time. So we have 4 and 5 of Reborn as a Polar Bear, The Legend of How I Became a Forest Guardian. As is an isekai where you read the title and you're like, of course there's an isekai for that. Yep, there is an isekai for being reborn as a polar bear. Volume 1 I felt was a little iffy, to be honest. There were some questionable interactions between said polar bear and young girls. I hope it gets better. I hope it doesn't stay like that. I hope I just misread it. But yeah, nothing actually happened, just something was sided away. It was like, that's a bit weird. Again, a series where I've pretty much been collecting all of it as half price or cheaper. I think I got one in Forbidden Planet London for like half price or $4.99. Okay, next we have Record of Grand Crest War 3 and 5. Now, I do regret not grabbing more of these volumes sooner because they seem to have kind of disappeared at the moment, and I'm a little worried. I am missing, I think, 2 volumes or 1 volume and then I'll be complete. It is only a 7-volume series. Ben seemed to know a bit more about it, but I know nothing about it, except sometimes it's plastic wrapped and sometimes it's not. I also forget it's a Viz series. I've just realised, to me, I was like, Yakuza Love is the first series I've seen plastic wrapped by Viz, but this one's plastic wrapped and this one's definitely older than Yakuza Lover. Okay, we next have Prize of Spear Hero 4 and 7. I believe 7 is the latest. Actually, no, 8 might be out. I'm not sure. I haven't been staying up to date with grabbing them. I am missing now 1 volume. I think I'm missing... I can't remember, but I'm missing 1 volume, so I don't have a clear run. It's a really weird story. It's kind of like the spear heroes come back in time to when they first are isekai'd in, and he's got prior knowledge and stuff, so it kind of changes the course of events. I don't understand the whole thing with the bird girls. He has a weird fixation on the bird girls because he's trying to find... Is her name Philo? I can't remember. The main bird girl from the main series is trying to find her because he's smitten with her, and it doesn't quite go right. I think one of my main issues with reading this, I think I've read the first 2, is I wasn't too clear how far into Shield Hero I needed to have read before I could read this. There are a few things around the Spear Hero and what he's saying that don't make sense, or I don't know what he's talking about, which do suggest I haven't gotten far enough. I just don't know how far I need to have gotten. I hate isekai spin-offs that do this. Tell me at what part in the story I need to get to before I can read your spin-off. We've got a chunk of a series, and this is probably my favourite series in the whole haul. We have a whole bunch of Silver Spoon. We have 6 volumes of Silver Spoon. Silver Spoon is such a hard series to just happen upon, I feel. Like, I have looked out, I've been collecting this for quite a few years now. Most of what I've picked up has been cheaper than about £6-7 maybe. Actually, I might have gotten 1 for £8. I've been really trying to hold off and wait, and I am now only missing 1 volume. I am missing volume 12, I believe, and then I'll be complete. It is 15 volumes, and I got 6, 7, 9, 11, 13, and 15. And yeah, 50% off, and then 3 for 2, and these were $11.99, so about £4 each. I'm so unbelievably happy and excited with this. I want to read it so badly. I want to get that volume 12 and then I'm going to read them all together. I'm so excited. I was in Leeds just like silver spoon, silver spoon, silver spoon, silver spoon. Okay, next we have Wake Up Sleeping Beauty volume 1. I hadn't realised how hard this was to find until I think I was talking to Tiffany, who's collected the series, and she's like, yeah, I had to pay crazy amounts for some of the volumes, and then I looked up the cost of some of the volumes and I was like, oh no, what have I done? It is only 6 volumes long, but it does look like they're very hard to find. It was often way above retail to be able to pick them up. I've got 1 and 2 and they were both cheap. I mean, this one was 50% off 3 for 2 and the other one I think I got second hand. So yeah, I'm slightly regretting that. I mean, I'll read them, maybe if I can find the others, I guess. Okay, final manga series in these bags is Val Love 8 and 9. I don't know anything about the series. I've just been, again, slowly collecting it for about half price, discounted. It is a plastic wrap series, so I'm feeling it. This one's a bit battered. That one feels clean. $9.99 for a plastic wrap. That's just deeply upsetting. I'm still missing, I think, volume 1 of this, so I can't read it yet. So in terms of manga that I picked up for myself, that is everything, but that is not everything that I picked up. We still have one more bag. I'm gonna sit it on my lap. So on top here we have, can I grab them all? We have 6 volumes that I have picked up for Geeky Dreams. What have I picked up for Geeky Dreams? We have got Hatsuharu 8 and 13. Notice that volume 13 was £3. We have Love of Kill 4, which was also £3. We also have BL Metamorphosis 5, which is also a series I'm trying to collect. I think me and Emma now have like the same volumes. I also picked her up Ladies on Top 1 and Outbride 2. Steamship titles, 50% off 3 for 2. Oh my god, Emma, I'm really mad and jealous I managed to find this price for you, because I paid more than that. That is, yeah, I can't believe it. I need to get these in the post. Pretty much, I was like, I'll film this and then I'll pack the parcel for you, and I've got one for Tiffany, and I'm going to try and post them, and I'm so sorry. But we've all got manga to post to each other, it's all fine. But yeah, Steamship titles. Just gonna send Geeky her smut. And then we also have a big fat stack of light novels. What have we got? We have the Reprise of Spear Hero 1 to 3. Now these, I think I grabbed in Manchester. I was really excited to see these because, I mean, first off, I adore these stumpy little light novel sizes. I think they're so cute. But also, like, I picked up some Reprise of Spear Hero and they had 1, 2, 3, which is just a nice number of light novels books to be able to get in a series anyway. And they were on sale, and I was just really happy to see them. I think Ben was a little less fussed than I was. It was like, I'm getting you light novels, and you're like, yeah, okay, cool. Actually, Rising of Shield Hero has been like, a lot of them pop up secondhand, but like, I feel like I find one a month. It's not like there's a burst of them, it's just like monthly or every other month I'll check and there's a different one that's been listed. So he's got like 10 of the light novels just in a bit of a random order. But some of the later ones, like he's got like 18, I think. What else did we get him? We got him Reign of the Seven Spellblades 2, and he has 1 as well, so we should be able to start reading this. I read the first manga volume and I really enjoyed it. I also really like the spine of these for some reason. I think it's nice, like, cool gradient. We also have The Otherworlder Exploring the Dungeon 2. I actually managed to get him 3 cheap as well, but he doesn't have 1, so he was a little grumpy at me for not getting him 1 of that. I'm so sorry, I'll find you 1. I've also got him 1 and 2 of this series. What is that? Some fluff. 1 and 2 of this series I've never heard of. The mysterious job called Oda Nobunaga? Okay, there's a lot of booby women on the back of that one. I don't know if it's an isekai. I see something about another world on the back cover, but at least I got in volume 1, so we can't be mad. Now, I was actually really excited for this light novel for myself, and that is My Happy Marriage 1. I mean, I've been really enjoying the manga, and I feel like the manga's just not getting far enough along. Oh my gosh, I've just flipped through and I think the manga volume 2 ends like here. I might be able to like, oh, do I read this to get like spoilers for the 3rd manga volume? I might. Or do I? Do I? I don't know. It's really thin. Can you believe they've gotten 2 manga volumes out of this and they've still got content to go? This is my problem with manga and light novels. Like, Ben's like, I'm on light novel 4 and you're on manga 6, so here's the content I've just absorbed. I'm like, yeah, no idea who those characters are. You're ahead of me. And next we have In the Land of Leedale 5, another one that's quite a newish release, I think. April 2022. I have no idea, do I? Been really enjoying the manga of this. There are only 2 volumes of the manga out, unfortunately, so I assume 6 of this might be out or close to being out at least. I don't know if I can just start switching to light novels on the series I enjoy because like I have so much other stuff to read, but that is quite thin, so I could probably get away with reading that, right? As we have I've Been Killing Slimes, 300 years and maxed out my level 6. I've gotten him so many of these randomly secondhand or half price. I think out of like 12 volumes, he's got about 6 or 7 now, so he has gaps. This is another series where I saw some of the light novels in Leeds, but Ben made me put them back. But also, I had forgotten to update the spreadsheet with the secondhand haul I'd done. I couldn't remember exactly which volumes he had of this. I know I hadn't updated the spreadsheet. I felt so bad because I probably would have still forced myself to pick them up if I knew for sure. Final series in this bag and in the haul is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon, Sword Oratoria 4 and 6. Very, very happy to see these ones because these are the 2 volumes I needed to fill a gap. Fill gaps for him, so he now has a clear run to like 11 or 10 or something. I was like, yes, yes. These are nice and chunky as well. Nice chunky light novels. I was quite like the cover without the water and stuff. Yeah, so excited. So that was my Traveling Man winter sale haul. I think I did pretty good. Hey, I did pretty good. Like, I mean, yeah, a lot of them were £3-4 at least, maybe 5 at a push. It was good, and the staff in both stores were absolutely lovely and super patient. I felt so guilty in Manchester for holding up the line, because someone was even like, can we come back later if you hold us on to... I was like, oh dear, I'm so sorry. Definitely check out the stores if you are in the area, and check out their online store if you can't get to them for sure. Even when they're not running their great winter deals, they do often have smaller sale sections at least. Like Manchester definitely has a really good sale section. I've gotten loads of stuff, loads of light novels. Like I was actually really worried to go to the Manchester one because I'd gone early February and they had a bunch of sale stuff and I ransacked it completely. Was it early February? No, it was late January. I was like, will it be in my February haul? No, it was in my January haul, sorry. It's in my birthday haul video. There's a whole bunch of sale stuff in that I got from the Travel Man in Manchester, and I was worried that we were going to turn up and that was the winter sale, and I'd already ransacked it, and I was like, is it worth going out? I've got a bit of a cold, a bit sniffly, and then we got there and there was this table full, and then there was stuff down the sides, and I was like, worth it, so worth it. Thank you so much, Traveling Man, for running such an amazing sale at my kind of prices. I had a definite most wonderful time. If you do have more dead stock you need to get rid of, I'm happy to take it. Yeah, oh dear. If you haven't already, don't forget to give this video a like, comment and subscribe. There is going to be a February haul as well, and a whole bunch of unboxings and shopping videos. I have so many shopping videos planned. Before COVID and pandemic, I used to travel a little bit more for work, and starting to pick up a little bit more, and I'm going to be traveling about a bit to other places where there are manga stores, so I'm going to be filming them, and they're going to be in new locations, and I'm quite excited about that, and I hope you are too. But for now, thank you for watching. I hope you have a most wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!